Philadelphia Sports Talk. 97.5 The Fanatic.
It is 8 a.m. on Kincade and Salciunas. Hope you have a safe drive to work today on this Thursday morning. We have today's headlines with Connor Thomas at 8:05, and we'll get into a rivalry discussion at 8:10. Not necessarily about Eagles-Cowboys. It's just something that Tim McManus said yesterday that will start the conversation about rivalries in sports in general. Because I think everybody loves sports, but I don't think everybody says sports are perfect. And that's, the beauty of sports. That's why we have sports talk radio, right? That's why we debate things all the time. We don't always just debate decisions in games. We can debate things about sports themselves, like when the Major League Baseball changed rules with the bases and the pitch clock and the bigger base. What else? Which, by the way,
they all now we love them all. Right?
They've all worked. Yeah, they've all worked for Major League Baseball, and the ratings have shown that as well. So we'll get into a rivalry discussion coming up at 8:10. The problem is, I don't know if it's ever going to necessarily change. But what do we have on the text line about our topics today? How do you want the Eagles to handle the Cowboys game upcoming? Do you want them to try to beat the doors off of the Cowboys, or do you want them to get in, get out, be healthy, and be ready for the Commanders game, who they play 4 days later Thursday night? And when it comes to the Sixers, they lost again last night. Tyrese Maxey left the game with a hamstring injury. They're 1-6, dead last in the NBA, tied with the Jazz and the Bucks. And Embiid still has not played. We think he's coming back for the Knicks game. At what point do you start peering over at the standings and going, uh-oh, what do we got?
See, this is a prime example of why it's way too early, this text message right here. Mike in Turnersville checks in. It says, 76ers might be okay in the Eastern Conference due to only Cleveland and Boston being above 500. Bigger issue is 76ers without Embiid are a lottery team. No issue to this point. Then he goes on and says, are we sure paying Maxey a max contract was wise? He can't carry a team, and I would argue whether he is a legit top 20 player in the league.
Okay, I have said numerous times, to his point, for the people that have wanted to trade Joel Embiid, enjoy the play-in tournament. Because I don't think Tyrese Maxey is the only guy on the team that can win you games.
You've said that? Because I haven't heard you say that
with you
about the play-in tournament. Because we
with
were in the,
you on this show.
Because we were in the play-in tournament last year.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like,
because once Joel Embiid got hurt, you saw how everything went into the crapper.
And does that happen often?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so, I mean, a lot of people are like, okay, so it happens often. We just expect it to happen. So they're just saying, why are we expecting something not to happen?
But here's the problem. So you had to give Tyrese Maxey the max, or he leaves. You're giving him the max, thinking about with Paul George and Joel Embiid. You're not giving him the max just to give him the max. It's also thinking about Paul George and Joel Embiid. So to his point, I don't think he's totally crazy, but yes, you had to give him the max.
This year, you had to give him the max right now? Like while he was in the midst of an injury that was carrying over from...
No, Tyrese Maxey.
No, I understand with that. But I'm saying with all of them, you had to give Maxey his. But then they went and doubled down on it, and they give him Embiid.
Because they wanted to do the 5-5-5.
I understand, but there was no need for that to be a rush decision. You had Embiid for 2 more years.
Gotcha.
So they just do things. They do things that are so baffling. Like you got Embiid who's hobbled around again in the postseason. Then he goes and plays in the Olympics. Doesn't do the proper things in the offseason to be ready to ramp up and start the season on time. But you felt the need to, put another 3 years at the max dollars on that after you just paid Maxey the max. So in other words, you locked into this better sure as hell be great.
Yeah, better.
Not good. This better be great.
Right, we're all on the same page with that.
It better.
But, guys, if anyone's saying, I don't know if it was wise to pay Tyrese Maxey the max contract, that's flat out insane. I just saw him on his 24th birthday go toe-to-toe with Kevin Durant in the fourth quarter of a game.
I think everybody wanted Maxey to get his money.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
I never said that he should have got one.
It.
But to his point about can Maxey win by himself, I don't believe that they can win. Let's say Joel Embiid never existed on this planet.
Right.
I don't think the Sixers are a top 4 seed with Tyrese Maxey being the best player.
Maybe not.
No,
right,
they're not.
Not right now, but remember, the guy literally just turned 24.
If Maxey is your best player,
you're a bottom
and Paul
half
George is
seed.
here, you're not having home court advantage in any series.
Probably like this year we're talking about.
The current state of in the East.
Yeah, my problem with that is saying not give him the max is like
right. No, that's crazy.
What are we talking about?
And you had to give him the max because
No,
what
you
were,
just.
what were you going to do? Let him walk?
No. You're taking care of a guy like Tyrese Maxey's such a key to what you do for this fan base. But I think I don't think you can over amplify what he is into he is now like generational, can take over games and everything like that. He has opportunities. He did that Knicks game. Was that 4? Was it 5?
Yeah.
Game 5. He has opportunities like that. And then he also can dial up. Who
was on the court that night?
Right.
JoJo.
Yes, absolutely.
They're a marriage.
And without it.
Yeah. By the way.
He also had 2 or 3 games in that series where he wasn't that player.
Yeah, and then he became it, and we all got excited for it. Quick shout out. I believe she's listening, Real Mama Eagle, because I just saw a tweet. Maxey shouldn't be catching strays because Embiid is out. One guy should not be expected to carry it all.
No.
Just perfect timing. If you're listening, shout out to you.
Maxey's fantastic.
All right, it's time now for today's headlines with Connor Thomas.
Today's headlines with Connor Thomas.
What do we got, Connor?
So I'm surprised we actually have the audio for this first one because I did not think Brendan Gunn was going to cut it. But we had a bit of an upset in college basketball last night. I'm not sure if you guys saw what happened with your favorite college basketball team, the Villanova Wildcats. But they did not have...
Whose favorite basketball team?
You guys. You love Nova, don't you? I hear you say it all the time.
The school that's on the main line, not in the city?
Let's just listen to
the Delco College.
And can it be an upset when the Villanova Wildcats aren't even ranked?
It could be an upset when the team was plus 900 on the money line to beat them.
And that'll do it. Columbia comes on the road into Villanova's house and gets their first Big East victory since 2012 in decisive fashion.
The 2-0 Columbia
tough.
Lions.
That's a tough look from all the Nova fans out there.
Lions are better than Wildcats. That's all I got to say.
That's factual.
Let's go Columbia. I'm not all of a sudden going to pretend that I like Villanova because they've had success. Brendan Gunn. There was too many people around here. All right, too many people around here that all of a sudden became Villanova fans because of the success.
Walmart alumni. Roll into Walmart and get their shirt off the $9.99 rack, and they're big fans.
Too many people around here. Look, there were people around here that were happy for Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo and Jalen Brunson last year when the Knicks beat the Sixers.
And
too many people around here clouded that.
Whoa. Never forget the Villanova social media account.
Yep.
Right.
Taunting Sixers fans last year in the postseason.
Hey, John, you
Do
and
not forget that.
All I know is you and I have always been on the right side of history.
We are on the right side of history.
We've always been on the right side of history. Let's go Columbia Lions.
I cannot imagine a local school taunting the local pro fans. It's dumb.
Let's see. Villanova plays. Dude, the New Jersey Institute of Technology next. Let's go Highlanders.
Boy.
Let's go Highlanders tomorrow night, 8:30.
Okay, we get it.